Good evening. Good evening. Hey. Welcome to Conversations in Black Freedom Studies. And tonight we're going to be talking about the role of the church and the role of people of faith in the Black freedom struggle. So I think we're really honored to have sort of this very kind of timely conversation. So please join me in welcoming Jennifer Scanlon, Kevin Magruder, and Genna Rae McNeil.
But for Anna Arnold, who would later become Anna Arnold Hedgeman, religion was not then or later something apart from identity or the practices of everyday life. She prayed twice a day, attended services every week, and loved church. Regardless of the work she took on in her adult life, Anna Arnold never lost the sense that God, or in her case more particularly Jesus, was present in her life and the source of her dedication to justice, racial and otherwise. In turn, she made religion, in her case Protestantism and more specifically Methodism, her own. Coincidentally, at the same time, Hedgeman was recruited by another group of men, headed up by A. Philip Randolph, to join, as the only woman, the committee that would organize the 1963 March on Washington. She got to work on the part of both groups, making her whole self, female, religious, activist, African American, part of every conversation.
And so I'd like to share with you something about the first part of the 20th century with Abyssinian Baptist Church, and have you see that there is a way in which Adam Clayton Powell Sr. was in many ways ahead of his time. And I want to quote from Adam Clayton Powell Sr. "The future usefulness of the church will depend upon her ability and versatility to adapt herself to the circumstances which are so rapidly forming about her. The question now is, what is the church doing for the amelioration of the condition of mankind? The hour has come for concerted action of all the religious forces and factors. The hour has come when the world expects the church to prepare men and women to live. The chief work of the church is not to get men and women ready to die, but to get men and women ready to live."
So when we look at, well, what is and I'm looking at this from the lens, I was working at LIST then as a program officer, so I was traveling to different parts of the country, meeting with groups that want to do things in the neighborhood. And sometimes I was telling them, do you have this? Do you have that? And so the things that I believe are important for a church to have if they are going to play a effective role in the struggle is a dedicated ministry and dedicated members. And by dedication, I mean both to the work, but also to the needs of the community. Churches can be very effective in the struggle, but they need to be held accountable just like other institutions do.
And she both experienced reverence in her religious life, but also resistance. And so she sat there and she scribbled on her program when he said, "I have a dream." She wrote, "I wish he had said, we have a dream." Because she said she wished that he had recognized all of the work of all of the people and not just the leaders.
We want to, I think, as persons of faith, approach leaders with an understanding that they did not come to do harm to anyone, that they were giving of the skills that they had, but they don't always have all the skills that are necessary, which is why sometimes we have assistants, etc. And that we are the church, not the pastor. We are the church.
I want to thank our illustrious experts here. And thanks for coming out, guys. All right.